Hello, everybody, and today for my movie review of 2025 of that year, I'm doing I Know What You Did Last Summer. So, I always wanted to review I Know What You Did Last Summer, the original, but I never got around to it. Maybe for my Halloween reviews in the far future. But this came out in July, and you're probably wondering, why am I reviewing this in January when summer is not a few months away? But to continue my reviews, I'm doing them from worst to best. But I gotta say, I Know What You Did Last Summer is definitely an interesting franchise. It was easily trying to cash in on the hype that was the Scream movies. And a lot of people see that first I Know What You Did Last Summer as like a sort of guilty pleasure. There's also a sequel to it, which I've never seen. But we do get some returning faces. We get Jennifer Love Hughes' character, which we saw in the first one, and the return of Freddie Prinze Jr., Kanan Jarrus himself in this movie, and Fred Jones, technically, as well. So this movie, I gotta say, it's alright. It's just a kind of a meh reboot, not really reboot, legacy sequel, where we get a new group of kids who, get this, they accidentally cause a car crash, and then it comes back to haunt them a year later. And after one of the main characters gets a cryptic note saying, "I know what you did last summer," she and her friends gather together to find out who is behind this letter and this cryptic note. But, as you know, a bunch of murders start happening. So, honestly, when I was watching this movie, I honestly got like a Scream 5 vibes from it, since that movie is also a legacy sequel. But they did that movie really well, in my opinion. Maybe because I was a bigger Scream fan, but for this movie, I just don't feel the connection of these newer characters. It honestly just feels like they're trying to make connections. But the teens, I don't even remember any of their names, honestly. But a lot of the characters, of course, make dumb decisions, and then they get murdered. And the way they get murdered is actually pretty brutal, just like in the first movie, where the deaths are more a little off-screen. But this time, because of more modern effects, they're able to get away with more violent scenes. And that's the one thing I can give this movie. The kills were actually cool to look at. But most of the teens end up getting murdered until there's only, I think, one left. I forget which girl it is. I think it's her. But the big thing about this movie is that there's a big plot twist. Spoilers, obviously. It's revealed that Freddie Prinze Jr.'s character is behind all this because of all the trauma that he went through from the first movie. He now just wants everyone to remember what happened. So that's the reason why he murdered a bunch of people. But also, the girl in the black hair, I think I aimed at the wrong one who survives this movie, but she was also revealed to be the killer, who is just end up crazy. And we learn a little bit about her backstory, but she ends up getting shot to death, and she falls down onto the boat and dies instantly. But it isn't as crazy as the first movie's final battle was, where Freddie Prinze Jr. gets knocked off the boat, and Jennifer Love Hughes' character is like screaming her head off in this movie. She does have a pretty alright role in this movie, since it's been years since that first movie. But I almost thought she was going to die in this movie. But of course, once Freddie Prinze Jr. does reveal what he's doing, he literally gets stabbed through the chest by a fishing gun by one of the main characters. She shoots at him, and he just dies instantly. That was probably my favorite death in this movie. But one of the other girls, of course, gets almost brutally murdered when getting chased by the fisherman who carries a hook and commits these various crimes. But the other two dudes, I think they get hung to death. and it's just like bloody scene after bloody scene. Definitely this movie's rated R. But, yeah, like I said, this movie is just an alright legacy sequel. I honestly felt kind of bored when watching this movie, because I just felt the things were coming, and I just didn't really feel connected to any of the characters, honestly. And it made me just want to watch the first movie. But we also did get a cool cameo from Sarah Michelle Gellar, who's also married to Freddie Prinze Jr. in real life, probably from this movie and the Scooby-Doo movie. But her cameo was cool when she turned into a demon, but it was all revealed to be a dream. But I don't think we saw the other characters who died from that first movie. But if you want to watch a fun, I guess you say, horror movie, maybe just watch the original. Or watch Scream, even better. But Scream 7, of course, is coming out by the time of this video. But it's been a year since this movie came out. I can't wait to talk about some other movies that are horror related, since I did try to find some horror movies to watch. I honestly just randomly watched this movie on Netflix, honestly. But I definitely give this movie probably just a 5 out of 10 or a 6 out of 10. It's just an alright watch. So the next review, I don't know what it is. I'll have to look. So anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you all next time.